Good evening. Welcome back. Level M Diecast here. So we're going to do a little bit of different thing today. So I picked up some ROW models today. I picked these up from a local shop. I'm actually a little bit of a conversation with them about potentially putting something up on my channel with their shop. Just a little mutual thing. We'll see how that goes. But anyways, I picked up these ROW models, and I just kind of wanted to touch base on a couple of these, and for people who are not aware of the ROW models and exactly what is all involved with those and whatnot, just kind of run down that stuff. So this first one here is the Land Rover 90. I didn't have this version. I don't believe we ever got this version in the US, or at least not on Long Card. I could be wrong, but I don't have this version. I'm fairly certain I would have came across this at some point in time. But this is 1999 Mattel, and I'm gonna crack that open just so I could show it to you guys. It's nothing fancy, you know. We've seen this Defender 90 forever, billion different liveries and whatnot. Now, I do keep these boxes, so I am going to do my best to not absolutely obliterate them when I get them open, but sometimes they just don't want to cooperate. So I believe this was a ROW only version. Could not be, but it's in here, it's in the boxes, so we want to roll with it. Another one that I think is a ROW version, I'm pretty sure, is going to be this Ford Transit. This Ford Transit is, this one is 1997. I'm going to crack this one open. And I'll do my best to, when I do these, is I always try to open the same side. So, boom, cracking it open. Look at all the glue that they use, man. It's crazy. So this was the original Ford Transit casting back in the day. Well, let me rephrase that. This original Ford casting, or Ford Transit casting, was the original casting. However, the original version of the casting had the headlights as an integrated part of the headlights. The headlights were part of the interior window. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. That version's a little bit better than this one. Obviously, this is just a retool to get rid of that to make it cheaper to manufacture. But it's still pretty nice. There's actually, let me see. I have the Transits handy, so just in case. I already did have a version of this in the same style of deco. That one was also a ROW boxed model. Couldn't tell you the year though. I'm definitely not good at the years. But mainly these boxes were, you know, core part was about 97 to 2004-ish. I think in 2005 they quit doing the boxes. And I do have one newer one sitting around here a little bit. We're going to pull that off. And then we're going to crack this one open, which is a little bit more peeling. This is the Audi Avis. This one is 1998. Let's see if we can. Been 2 for 2 so far on the flap. This one's definitely not going to be as cooperative. Oh man, sorry guys. I'm trying to do this. Here, we'll come back to that one real quick as I try to get it open so you guys can look at something. We're going to do this Volvo Canopy truck as well. The Volvo truck's one of my favorites. This one is 1998. The Volvo casting is one of my favorites. It's just, I've always liked collecting it. You'd think I'd be ready for this stuff, you know, guys? You'd think I'd be ready for this stuff. But sometimes this glue is just beyond next level. That they just want to stay closed. So sometimes Sometimes the box is going to have to suffer. Oh my God. So ridiculous. I'm going to have to edit this out, guys. I'm going to have to edit this out. Okay. We finally got the box a little bit annihilated. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. It is what it is. Boom. So I didn't have this version. I have several other versions of the Canopy truck, but like I said, I didn't have this particular version. The ROW models, you know, at one point in time, they were actually quite available, at least around me, because there were several hobby stores that used to order them. So what I think was happening in the late 90s and whatnot is there was a lot of U.S. distributors that would just order from wherever. That didn't necessarily get them directly from Matchbox, directly from Mattel. And so they ended up getting a lot of these ROW boxes shipped in from, you know, obviously out of the country. And they came in and they just kind of threw them on the pegs. And I found these at grocery stores and all kinds of crazy stuff like that. And just... obviously, I wasn't a hardcore collector at that point in time, but, man. All right. I know this video is a little rough, guys. I apologize firsthand. So, here we go. We got that Audi Avis Quattro. That one, I just said screw the whole box, because the first two were perfect. And I was like, wow, this is going to go great for this video. And then it decided to just not be great. So... I'm going to see if I can preemptively get the next one going. Oh, next one's going to be a little nicer. All right, so this was a ROW exclusive. We did not get this version in the U.S. That is for sure. I was actually looking at a couple of these on eBay, just as a, you know, wanting to complete what I have. I believe now, if I remember correctly, I have all the Avis Quattros, which is pretty cool, because if I do, then that means I can actually do an up-to-date on an older casting, which is pretty sweet. All right, so our next one, I already preemptively got this to cooperate, but this is the Porsche 911 GT1. This is a ROW exclusive. Actually, I think this may even be a Germany exclusive, potentially. This was 1998. I did not have this version. So I'm still missing one single version of this. I don't know what it is about Porsches, man. Those guys always want to drive off my rotator guy. I'm missing, it was like 2002 or 2003, 2001, somewhere around there. They had a white and blue decoed one, and then a yellow and blue decoed one. I am missing the yellow and blue deco one. That would complete all the 911 GT1s. I even have the Stars of Germany and all that good stuff. Stars of Cars or something like that. So, very, very happy with this casting. I absolutely love this casting. Obviously, I love Porsche. So, ultra biased. But nonetheless, it is good. Now, we're going to get to the good stuff. This is where I was going with this whole video. Okay? So, this is your standard release from 1998 in the Matchbox mainline. It's the Peterbilt Tanker in its dairy deco. Now, the one thing about the ROW is they did a lot of exclusive designs and slightly modified designs for other countries. And I'm not really sure the purpose behind this. I'm sure somebody can chime in. But it made for some super, super fun collecting. So, this is the version that everybody else got. And on the surface, you're like, dude, it's the same. It's the same. Well, on the surface, it does look the same, but check this out. Get this up to the camera here. So, look at that. So, different deco on the cab. This is the US version. This is the ROW version. Okay. And then also on the actual tank as well. Again, ROW version, US version. So this made for some very interesting collecting for both sides of the pond, I guess you could say. It's just really cool, man. I don't know why they did this. I think it's kind of pointless. It didn't cost them anything really extra to do it because, I mean, realistically, you're just changing what's printed on there. You're still printing on there. You're just changing what's being printed on there. And I actually think that that's not a bad idea. I don't know if this was originally meant to maybe promote cross-collecting from countries or collectors or whatnot. Who knows? I don't really know what the purpose behind it was. But I do know that they were definitely adamant on making exclusives for certain countries, certain people, certain markets. And I really, really liked that. Man, you know, if I can get these boxes to cooperate, I guarantee you guys would actually like this video. It's driving me nuts. It's like ridiculous amount of glue. So this is a model that nobody cares about. Literally nobody cares about. It's cool for what it is, though. So that is the US version that we got. That was also 1998. And if I believe 1998 was the biggest year for this, but they did this in multiple years. So this is the deep diver. And then, so here's the row, and you're like, well, they're the same. Like, they're the same. So check this out. Unless you really pay attention to the model, you wouldn't see it. So you've got a piece of plastic in it. But you got World Ocean Explorer, and that's not on this one. Do it this way. Again, I'm not really sure what the point of this was. You know, I really don't. I really don't. But it was cool nonetheless. It was cool for some collectors. I like it. I like hunting them down. I especially like the exclusive models, like that Porsche. You know, stuff that we didn't get in the US. That's really all I care about. I don't really too much care for all the Tampo variations and whatnot, because frankly, I just don't think they're all that awesome. But cool nonetheless. Pull those off of there. Now, if I remember correctly, I believe we got this model in the 25 pack as one of the exclusives, quote unquote exclusives. I don't know if we ever got this deco in the US range at all. I'm fairly certain that this came in that 25 pack. Now that 25 pack had 5 exclusive decos. I believe this was one of them. But this Jaguar Xj6 Police Car, well, here it is again, right? This is 1997. Okay. So you're like, well, what's going on here? I'll check this out. I'll get this guy to stay on the side. I'll get this guy to stay on the side. So the ROW version has a gray base. And I almost missed this. And in case you guys are not aware, I keep my entire Matchbox catalog with me at all times on my phone. My entire catalog is photographed. Every single individual car is photographed. They are sorted by make and model. And then like the generics are sorted by type of vehicle. But that way, no matter what happens, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing, I can always look up and see if I have a model or not. And I cannot tell you the ridiculous amount of variations I've added to my collection since I've done that in the last close to 2 years. I've probably added a good 800 variations in those 2 years, because there's a lot of small things that you either think you have or you thought you had, or you just don't know is a variation. One of the biggest things is in the 80s, in the 70s and 80s models, there was a lot of painted and unpainted bases. And that was the one thing that was really, really difficult to chase down. All right, we're going to move on to the next model. I'm trying to get these to still cooperate with me on the glue. That Jaguar was actually really, really cooperative. Got the preemptive stock going. So, just in case anybody was curious on up close deets. There's your up close deets. So tie line and China bases, so not manufactured at the same time at all. That orange is very, very different. It's the same decos, but of course the orange is different. Same. This one also has clear windows. This one has blue tinted windows. So definitely a little bit different than I originally thought, more than just the base. So, all right. Sorry, guys. This is the Bedford horse hauler from 1998. And it's the Bedford car hauler. Okay. You're like, whatever, bro. This one, I'll just let you guys look at them because I'm fairly certain you'll be able to tell the difference between the two. So you got that Kentucky Stables deco on the side. It's turquoise, gray body, black door. And then this one, you're like, okay, well, it's turquoise body, turquoise, you know, gray, whatever. But check that out. That is a different stable logo. Just says Express. Literally just changed it. Still has the horses, which is a good thing. They both do. And both of the horses are white. I mean, there's no difference there, but it's just the tempo. Just that tempo change. Otherwise, they're the exact same model. Exact. Again, I'm not really sure the purpose of this, but I think it's cool. There's many people have touched base on these. I was hoping for this video to be a little bit smoother, but the boxes have not been cooperative to me, so I apologize, guys. Maybe I'll have to chop the video up. I don't know. You'll just have to see the final product. All right, let's pull these off. So the next one's going to be something that literally nobody on the planet cares about, and that's this radar plane. So this radar plane is way newer. In fact, this is from, it's actually from 2001, even though it says 2000. This is from 2001. This is when they changed the logo. There you go, your radar jet. Okay. Now, this one's a little more difficult to spot in the package, but once you have it out of the package in your hand, it is undeniably obvious. So I'm just gonna give these guys the same amount of real estate, and you can see. So this is not a error or a variation or anything like that. Or it is a variation, but I'm saying it's not an error. It's not a, hey, they forgot to tampo one, they tampoed the other. This is the long card version we got in the US. There's no logo on the top. That's the ROW version with the additional logo print on the top. Now, I don't know if any of vice versa made it on card versus box or whatnot, but I've come across many versions of the non-tampoed one, so that's why I know it's not an error. But nonetheless, another cool thing to collect, another oddball rarity or whatnot. And then I also have, and these ones are already in my collection, but I wanted to show these ones real quick too. So y'all know the Kenworth T2000 Cab. So this one was also the same way, but these are already in my collection, so no need to look at me looking like an idiot trying to unbox these in real time. So this is just Express. There's just Express. There's nothing to it. And that was the ROW version, and then as the US version rolls around, it's actually the Eagle Express. So pretty cool. Pretty cool details on there. We'll just get these to hold a little bit better. So Express, Eagle Express. Some fine details are different. Eagle Express is driven by Steve. The other Express is driven by nobody. So both unit number 45. One has a fire extinguisher and the other one doesn't, basically. So, and no riders, of course. So other than that, they're the exact same. So, and then lastly, just real quick, wanted to showcase one other thing they did when they didn't even do tampo changes. They inverted some colors. Let's check out the planes. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you which one was which because I honestly don't remember. But obviously, either we got the blue or we got the blue base, gray top, or the gray bottom and blue top. But either way, that was another thing that they did. They kind of reversed stuff around and, you know, just made it different for the lines. I mean, they were the same models, the same model year. They just changed them a little bit for different markets. And, you know, just like these are hard to get here, I'm sure that a lot of the normal long card stuff was hard to get in other parts of the world too. So, you know, maybe there's somebody in another part of the world making a YouTube video on a long card that they picked up, you know. But anyways, I wanted to just throw this up there real quick because I got these today. Just a super impromptu showcase for you guys. I apologize for it being a little crazy. Those boxes were just an absolute pain in my butt. And you guys know I like to do this stuff in real time. I like to, you know, bring it to you as I see it too. So, but anyways, I'm gonna roll out. Hope you guys enjoy your night. And we will be back here tomorrow with more video content for you guys to enjoy. So, Level and Diecast saying peace.